Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Hello, my beautiful Gemini friends. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, or if you have any major Gemini placements, or if you're just drawn to this reading, or maybe you're dating a Gemini, or you date mostly Geminis. That's my addiction. I date mostly air signs: Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This Aquarius is the last one. I promise you, whether she likes it or not. This is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest for who it does resonate with or for. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever platform you're watching it on. Take the appropriate action. My nose itches, y'all. Don't be judging me. I'm not digging in my nose. It itches. I got 2 new piercings, the one on my left and my septum, and it itches really bad. How you guys been doing? This reading is for my Gemini friends for July 9th to August 9th. Let's get this party started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Ancestors, guardians, of spirit team, what messages do you have for my beautiful Gemini friends? Are we taking all of them? Okay. Ancestors, guardian angel, spirit team, what messages? Okay. That's too many, y'all. What messages do you have for my Gemini friends? Gemini, I don't know if you're involved with a Cancer or you have a lot of Cancer placements, but check out the Cancer reading. Check out the Cancer reading, which is going to be next. I haven't recorded it yet, but check it out. There's going to be something in that reading for you, even if it's just a small message. Ancestors, guardian angel, spirit team, what messages do you have for my Gemini friends? Okay, I was going to ask for one more, but there we go. Everybody's cards are in reverse today. I just did Taurus, and they had 5 cards, and the 2 on the left were in reverse. The middle was good, upright, and then the 2 on the right were in reverse. It's crazy work. My Gemini friends, if you are at this reading, you were born. I'm getting a lot. Okay, so you were born to break generational curses in your family, but not just any generational curse. The generational curses around emotions, around crying, around laughing, around hurt, pain, and expressing those emotions. You were meant to, oh guys, I'm just not realizing my candle and my incense went out. My bad. If you are here, so Gemini, you were meant to break those generational curses, specifically around emotions. So maybe you either grew up in a household to where it was not okay to cry, or you had to play strong and you had to be strong, and to cry or to show emotion was weakness, or to show that, hey, I'm hurt was weakness, or maybe there was no one to listen to your pain, no one for you to actually voice your grievances with. Maybe it wasn't that your voice and your emotions was stifled, but that you didn't actually have anyone to share it with. That could have been your reality as well. Either way, Gemini, you are meant to break those generational curses. The whole children should be seen and not heard dynamic. You're meant to break that. So if you're here, 90% of you have children. If you don't, you're going to have children. You look to have children one day, or you're the ones that it's supposed to be the cool auntie or uncle, and create that safe space for your nieces, nephews, cousins, your friends, kids, stuff like that. Excuse me, but you're definitely meant to break generational curses, and not just for your family, in the African American community altogether. Not to go too in depth in it, because I say it all the time, but that whole children should not be seen and not heard. That whole lacking emotions or not showing emotions, and that women have to be all so strong, and so that goes back to the slavery times when they were selling our fathers and our brothers and our uncles and our grandfathers, and where women had to, African American women had to be that backbone. We had to have that strength. Also, to go along with that, just because you're African American or melanated, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean that you were a slave. doesn't mean that your ancestors were slaves. So do your research into your personal background, because that's a narrative that's pushed so that some of us that were not, that is, it takes away from your power and your strength because you become what you are. Some of us are Hebrew, some of us are Jewish, and that's a whole different, Native American. Those all have different connotations and different stigmas that honestly are not true. It's a lot of them that aren't true. So do your own research and things for your as to your own background and where you and your family comes from. And remember, you're not just your mother's side, you're your father's side as well. And then you're not just that, you're their parents' side. So you have to go and do that research, and it does take time, but look into that to see where you are, who you are, and where you come from. A lot of you Gemini, you're confused on who you are and where you come from. Who you are because you don't know where you come from. You're confused on your purpose because you don't know where you come from. And some of that is because of sexual partners and you're not cleansing your energy, especially as women, because we hold trauma, we hold energy in our wombs. And but also, and it's just so much coming up, I'm trying to get it all out. Our bodies is what, 80% water or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember. Water holds memory. Water holds and represents, or water represents emotion. So as women, we're carrying that trauma and that emotion from our grandparents, our parents, our grandparents, and our great grandparents, and they're carrying it from their grandparents, their parents, grandparents, great grandparents. You see what I'm saying? So you're the one meant to break those those generational traumas around emotion, around speaking up, around using your voice. And that's crazy because what are you, Gemini? The sign of communication, as well as the sign of duality. So it does make sense that you will have that, the blessings of it as well as the curse. The positive aspects of that, which is it's easy for you guys to communicate if you're healed and or if you grew up in a loving household that nourished that gift, that nurtured that gift. But it also brings that other side of duality to where you're going to have to heal that within yourself, your family, or other people around you if you did or didn't grow up. Either way. You have been looking at like your life's purpose. That is one thing that if you come to this reading, you've been looking at your life's purpose, trying to figure out your life's purpose, like what actually makes you happy. Because a lot of you, especially if you grew up in my era, in my time, and I was born in 1988, a lot of us grew up, our parents didn't ask us what we wanted to do. And even their parents, it was, this is what you're going to do. They told us what we were going to do. It was what they saw from our life and not what actually brought us joy, or not what actually was our talents, what we were talented in. You know what I'm saying? Because it was up to me. I would have been a singer. I would have been an author. When I was younger, I wanted to be a figure skater. And I wanted to be a Jacksonville Jaguar cheerleader. Those are the two things that I wanted to be. And neither one of those things happened. I'm trying to see how I want to say this. When God, Divine Spirit, removes things from your life, and you might want to check out, go definitely check out the Cancer reading, because there's definitely going to be something in it for you. Things come in threes, and with you, it's been like waves of like, not Cancer, Taurus, my bad. Taurus, I apologize, I meant Taurus. Things come in waves. They say DEA comes in three, but it's not just that. There's a lot of things at three. Jesus died at 33. That's a whole different story. You got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's a lot of threes in the history, in a lot of the things that we're taught day to day. You've had, in the last 6 months, you've had three things specifically that have drastically altered or affected your emotions or your mental space. And some of you, your finances. I see a small amount of finances. And it's not been in a positive. Some of you could have been in a positive light, then this is not for you. If it's been in a negative light, this part is for you. That was not denial. It was delay, because God, Spirit, Divine, your spirit team, your ancestors wanted to remove what no longer serves you. Because as it is, okay, so we find ways as children to cope. We find ways to survive, essentially. As you get older, as you grow, as you heal, as you touch more, as you step more towards your divine purpose, whether consciously or unconsciously, um, we have to elevate. We have to evolve. You physically, literally cannot stay stagnant. You can't stay where you're at. So certain things have to be removed so that you can grow. So people that you might have saw forever with, like friends, relationships, shit, you might even have to cut your parents off for a little bit to be able to evolve and grow. It's like if you have a pot. There's a lot of flowers. I started doing indoor gardening and stuff like that, and tapping more into plants and flowers and things. And something I've noticed that a lot of plants and flowers, it's thought that they only grow to a certain size, but it's because the container that they're in, the pot, the soil, is old, outdated, needs to be flipped, needs to be turned, needs to be renewed, or because the pot is too small. So when we replant it into a bigger pot, one that's bigger, it has space to expand. You see what I'm saying? So that is why divine has removed these things from your life so that you can expand. Even if it's an unalival in the family, we can't say the D word on a lot of these platforms. And I'm not trying to cuss nobody out today. I'm just not. Lately, I am with all the shits. I am definitely in that dragon energy. My Chinese zodiac is a dragon. I have been in that energy for the last couple of months. But it's because that energy, because even science tells us that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, just simply transferred. That energy needs to be removed from this plane, from this realm, so that it can be transferred into another realm, to another dimension, so that it can better help you grow, protect you, lead you, and guide you. You know what I mean? Their purpose on this earth, they serve their purpose on this earth in that form for that time frame, if that makes sense. So they had to evolve. Same concept. They had to evolve to help you in another time frame. Not just you, your siblings, other family members, anybody else that they might have come in contact with, them, and not even be in the bloodline. They have bigger and greater purpose, and they serve their purpose in this lifetime. So they have to evolve to the next one. Also, divine and spirit, don't think it's for naught though. Okay, God and spirit and divine you have this magnetic greatness on your life. So like things just come to you like random as fuck. You'll just get a phone call of a new position, or you get a phone call of, oh, what's your address? We got a random check coming to you, blah, 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 from like 10 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Or like a random person to come into your life, and that connection that you needed in your business venture, there it goes. It's just bestowed upon you. It's just sat at your doorstep. But it comes more, you notice it more. And I don't know if you consciously notice this. You probably unconsciously know, but it comes more when you just live in your purpose, and when you just follow your intuition and do what God, divine, and spirit is leading you to do. I know from experience that it is very, very, very hard. And I am a fixed sign, so it's even harder for me, honey. It is very hard to release or let go of something that you thought would be forever. It's not easy. And it could be a trauma. It could be any of that. And it's hard to realize, damn, these emotions or lack of is not in alignment with who I'm supposed to be. It's not in alignment with my purpose. And that's why my relationships are not working out. That's why I'm dehydrated. That's why my joints are not like, if you go to the doctors in the hospital and they can't figure it out, it's most likely a spiritual freaking issue. But we're not often taught that. But this for you, Gemini, you have to fix the emotional DNA tied to your bloodline. Like that is your purpose right now. That is what spirit wants you to focus on. July 9th, August 9th. That's what this reading is for. But as you know, tarot is oracle readings, whatever, is fluid. Time doesn't exist. The past is the present, present is the future is the present, present is past. It's an illusion. Time is an illusion. Yesterday, you were that person 2 weeks ago. Like who you're looking at in the mirror right now is who you are right now. It's not the future. You're looking at the future you right now, if that makes sense. So you have to move that way. So you have to say things and think things like, I'm emotionally in tune and it is easy. I'm surrounded with people that are emotionally aware and it is easy. I am surrounded by people that are emotionally intelligent and it is easy. I am emotionally intelligent and it is easy. It is not your job to save everyone in the world, Gemini. I know y'all love hard, and y'all got. It's coming from somebody that's dated mostly Geminis, and I have birthed a Gemini. Y'all have a bad rep. Yes, y'all have control issues, but you mean well. But something that you guys have to understand, this is also something that I had to learn myself. We are all on our own journeys in this world, and everybody is not meant to get the knowledge when you get it. Just like you're not meant to get the knowledge when they get it. Everybody's not meant to heal at the same level. All we can do is allow people to experience life and go through their lessons and their blessings on their own time. And we can just be there for them as they figure it out. We can be there for them. My bad, I gotta make sure this other video is still posting to Facebook. We can be there for them as they figure it out. We can be there for them as they get the feel for it, if that makes sense. We can't control anybody. We can't expedite anybody's growth, but we can stifle it by making excuses for people, by trying to force someone to heal or to evolve sooner than what their soul is actually ready to, can backfire on them and for you. And then you have a negative karma, and then you're also deterring them from their path and the good and bad things that they're supposed to experience on their path to evolve, if that makes sense. Your whole reading, Gemini, I am literally getting a energy of doom, of like sadness, of like lack. And you have to, like, it is very, very important for you to understand. Yes, I said understand. It is very important for you to understand that nothing is a loss. Rejection is God's protection. So when somebody leaves your life, it's because they weren't meant to go where you're going, or you weren't meant to go where they were going. Either way, it's a blessing. Because when you try to hold on to people that you're not meant to hold on to, it's going to fuck you up, because most likely they detrimental to your growth and your future and your money and your abundance and your prosperity and peace. Or you are detrimental to theirs. So by you holding on to them, that's a whole nother stuff. Either way, it's going to get you some negative karma. Either way. And as we know, karma is neither negative or karma is neither negative nor positive. It is the energy we send out to the universe coming back to us. My bad, y'all. YouTube then changed this whole uploading thing, and I'm trying to upload a video, but I don't know how to do it because YouTube then changed it the way you do it. But you don't need that type of karma in your life. Gemini. My beautiful. My bad, y'all. You don't need that type of energy in your life, or that type of karma in your life, Gemini. We do, and part of y'all control issues is y'all love to control what you don't have to control, what you don't have control over, what you don't have to control. So when you lose control or something doesn't turn out the way that you expected it to turn out, accept it, reflect it, feel whatever you're feeling, but don't look at it as a bad thing. Like, look at the positive in that. Look at the good in that. Look at the blessings in that. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way that God and divine, think of all the ways that you could think of that God and divine protected you. Prime example, let's say you're on your way to work, running late. This is important. You can't be late. You running late already. You get stopped by a damn train. Instead of getting mad and angry, just switch that thought process. Ancestors, guardian angel, spirit team, I don't know what I'm being protected from, but thank you. Because you don't know. You could look on the news later and see it was a 15-car pileup, 6 people unalive, 7 people seriously critically injured. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you could have been protected from. You never know. 10 minutes up the road, somebody could have got carjacked. You never know what you're being protected from. You never know what you're being protected from. Or maybe, and you coming late for work, you see a child in the middle of the road lost, and you were meant to be the person to help them, to find them, to get them back to safety. You never know. Always have gratitude and show gratitude in everything. And I know it's easier said than done, But that goes back to that duality. Yes, we're going to have our blessings, but we're also going to have unfortunate events. Life isn't just about daisies and roses and butterfly lilies. Like that's not how that works. That the duality, literally. And y'all represent duality. Literally. Dr. and Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type shit. Or Mr. Hyde, whichever, if you male or female, you know what I'm saying? Y'all literally represent that. And in duality, you have to understand that there's masculine and feminine energy. And as I tell you guys all the time, feminine energy is about receiving, masculine energy is about giving, i.e. doing. Feminine energy is the blueprint, masculine energy are the construction workers. You have to have a healthy balance of both in your life, Gemini. You and Libra, shit, really all air signs, but Libra, obviously on my Libra scales on weighing sins and forgiveness, they definitely have a healthy balance. And you have to have a healthy balance because you represent duality. That is very important. It's extremely important, okay? Drink more water. Start speaking your truth into your water. When you want to heal that emotional wound, acknowledge it, see it for what it is, and start speaking into your water. If you don't know where to start speaking in your water. I am healthy. I am happy. I have emotional regularity. I am emotionally regulated. And implement that into your everyday. When you drink that water, feel whatever you said, like feel it and really imagine it going into your body, and it is your reality, not becoming your reality. See it as your reality. Okay, my beautiful Gemini friends, I'm gonna get y'all some soul truths. Ancestry by ancestors. And what soul truths do you have for our Gemini friends? Hi, baby. What soul truths do you have for our Gemini friends for July 9th to August 9th? Ancestors, guardian angels, spirit team. Oh, I did not like that for us. You got two that flipped all the way over, so I'm gonna take those two. Is flipped over? Yep, another one flipped over. Okay. Oh no, four. You got four that flipped over. Okay. Let me make sure that's all of them. Yep. Okay. I see why your spirit. Okay, Gemini. So what do I resist feeling right now? Didn't I say spirit want the emotions? Look at that. Alignment. What do I resist feeling right now? We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Today's soul action: allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. Your next soul truth, the Gemini, is: am I focused on what I want most? One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Today's soul action: what you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Your third soul truth, Gemini, is: who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connections, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Today's soul action: listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. Your last soul truth is: how can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Today's soul action: remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. I love yoga. My friend asked me the other day, when you gonna start doing yoga in the park again? When it ain't so hot out motherfucking side? Because I was doing that it's hot now. It's too hot. I'll start doing it again when it's not so hot. Because I don't be out there for 10, 15. I'll be out there for about 2 hours. Ancestors, guardian of the spirit team. What mindful message or messages do you have? Okay. What other mindful messages do you have for our Gemini friends for July 9th to August 9th? What? Okay. Do you have anything else? that all, or do you have anything else? Okay, that's a lot. Do you have, okay, what flipped over? Oh, one flipped over. Okay, you want to do one more? Ancestors, guardian angel, spirit team, do you have one more mindful message for our Gemini friends? Do you have one more mindful message for our Gemini friends? Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, Gemini, your mindful messages are commitment. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into my fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestation of my desires, I know they have vibrationally manifested and are on their way to me. Remember I said drink your water and see it, physically see what you want. That's in alignment right with that. Conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. Up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up to come out. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them as I release them. There's another card talking about that emotions. I told y'all that's y'all purpose this lifetime is if you made it to this reading is to heal the generational emotions and trauma around it. Together, I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. I see their strength and unity and how much we can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it is powerful. You hear that? That was for all of us air signs for real. We be stubborn some, you know what. Intentions. Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make of today whatever I want. My intention for today is fill in the blank and tape it to your mirror. Your last mindful message is gratitude. I love acknowledging all the things I am grateful for. No matter what I have going on, I always have things to be thankful for. Whenever I am feeling upset, I can fill up my page with the things I appreciate. This begins to shift my mood and focus onto that which brings me joy. That is your reading for July 9th to August 9th, my beautiful Gemini friends. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever. Comment, I comment back, follow, I follow back, I subscribe back, all those amazingly beautiful things. Let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing readings more often than just once a month when I actually feel like it. I guess that's all. I'll see you guys in August. Toodles.